I'm Jessie. I'm here for another episode of Backstage Pass. Tonight I have DJ Katie, and Savannah here with me.
Hey guys.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So happy to be here.
Yay. Okay, so I have a bunch of questions for them, but as always, if you have questions for them, please drop them in the comments. We will be answering questions live. Savannah, I'm going to do you second. So I'm going to start off with Katie, and we will see you in about 15 minutes, Savannah. Okay, Katie, how's it going tonight?
It's going pretty well. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So I'm really excited to get a chance to sit down and chat with you. I've got a bunch of questions. Are you ready for me to pick your brain?
I am ready.
Okay, cool. So my first question for you is, what is your favorite part of the wedding day?
So the obvious answer is, of course, dance floor, because I'm a DJ. That's always like a really good time. But my secret favorite, and it's always the thing that I always suggest to my couples, is the private last dance alone.
Ooh, that is a good one.
I love it. It's such a great moment to just take the whole evening in, and you work so hard for the night to go well, and that's how it all kind of comes together at the very end, to have that private moment.
So actually take a minute and explain that. Explain what you mean, because we kind of help orchestrate all of that. We send all the guests out for usually a grand exit. So walk us through that.
Yeah. So basically what happens during a last dance alone is that we have all the guests have just finished their big last dance all together as a group. We'll usually have the planner or whoever is orchestrating that exit to gather everybody and take them all outside. We get all the vendors out, we get everybody out, and the only one that's left is the couple and the photographer, and then me playing the music, and they just get to have this last dance alone. And sometimes it's a really romantic song, and sometimes it's like a really fun jam that the two of them share. But either way, they're completely alone in this venue that they've had all these memories built up in. So it's a great time.
I love that. And then they get to take that moment in and walk out to all their guests or whatever grand exit that they have planned, and get to enjoy it while all their guests are like lining up and prepping for all that. They're sharing a really special moment. So that's very cool. That is a good favorite moment. I like that one.
Yeah, it's a good time.
What was the first thing you ever bought?
So I actually bought two at the same time. And this is in a genre that I don't even really listen to anymore, which is kind of funny how like our music changes throughout the years. It was Keith Urban, Golden Road, and the Rascal Flatts, their first CD. So it's a self-titled album that they came out with.
Oh, wow. That's not what I would have expected.
I wouldn't expect it from me either, but going back into my brain, I was kind of going through that like early teenage years of like crazy emotions and just like everything is dramatic and, first loves and all of these different things. And I think that country music sometimes touches on that better than other genres do. So maybe that's why. But I also had a Gwen Stefani album. I forget what that one's called, but where she's like sitting on the throne. It was like,
so very diverse music taste.
Yeah. That was my angsty album, I guess.
Okay, so we offer a lot of add-ons: uplights, dancing on a cloud, photo booths, snow, monograms. Which one's your favorite?
Definitely dancing on a cloud. I will probably wind up dancing on a cloud for my own wedding. So yeah, that's my favorite. I love it.
I love that one. It's a fairy tale, like magical princess moment.
Literally dancing on a cloud. That's literally, you're dancing in the sky. Yeah, it's great.
Why did you want to become a DJ?
So I'm a performer by trade. So I've performed my entire life. Everything that I've ever done has been in the performance realm or in guest service. And DJing was always kind of in the back of my mind, something I always wanted to do. But I had already been a host, MC, karaoke host prior to, but DJing was always that thing that was kind of untouchable for me for whatever reason. And our DJ Rocks came around at the right time and the right place. And I said, yep, it's time. It's time to learn how to DJ. So yeah, and I've been with it ever since. So
that's awesome. And you liked it, and you can't stop now.
That's right. Can't stop now. Yeah.
What is the most common do not play song that your couples give you?
Most recently, believe it or not, the wobble.
Oh, see,
Which
that
is-
was the one group dance that I would allow. Like no cha-cha slide, but I will do the wobble.
Yeah,
So now
yeah.
no to the wobble lately.
Yeah, no to the wobble lately. It's been a lot of like Cupid Shuffle's okay, but like that's it. Like only one line dance and like Cupid Shuffle or the cha-cha slide. Don't bother doing the wobble. I think because the wobble maybe has a little bit more of a dirty context to it, maybe, and maybe that's why. But I've definitely had a lot of that lately. Also, obviously, the chicken dance and the Macarena are among those that I get as do not plays. But yeah, the wobble for sure has been a do not play for me a lot. So
that's interesting. I do want to pause because we have a comment which looks like it's from one of your past brides saying that you were an amazing DJ and loved every minute of their night and is thanking you.
Hi.
So thank you, Julie. Your
You
wedding
guys.
photo on Facebook looks gorgeous. So thanks for tuning in. And that's so sweet.
I love them. I love that.
Okay, what do you like to do when you're not DJing?
So I do a lot. I'm a very active person. Like I said, I am a performer when I'm not DJing. So I am constantly performing in something, whether that's in the theme parks or locally in the area. But I also really enjoy aerial yoga. I was actually certified as a teacher of that at one point in my life at a different time. And I really like going to the theme parks with my fiance and my dog. We like to go to like downtown areas in all Orlando and hang out and find new places to eat. You know, I'm a very adventurous, like outdoorsy person. So I'm always doing something active.
I love it. And I feel like you're all over Orlando too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
all over
everywhere.
Orlando, all the theme parks, all over.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. That's how I like it though.
I'm a theme park person too. I'm looking forward to going to them again.
Me
too. What are some of your favorite venues to work at?
Okay, so I'm obviously going to say the Estate on the Halifax because that is my wedding venue for my wedding.
Yay!
She's getting married. Yeah, so I love the Estate on the Halifax. I think it's an absolutely gorgeous venue. I really love just the vendor itself. Like they're just wonderful people. It's a wonderful family that runs it over there. Just a really unique and special place. I also really love Paradise Cove. I think of it as like a family over there, like an extension of my family. It's always really easy to do events there. Everything just flows so nicely and they just really have it together. It's a really enjoyable experience. And I also really enjoy actually going to brand new venues that maybe we as a company have never been to or that I've never been to. There's just something really special about going to a venue for the first time and meeting new people and having different interactions and kind of learning their vibe while they're learning yours. I really get excited about stuff like that. So.
I love that, especially with what we do and how we set up equipment. It's definitely a collaboration between the DJ and the venue. So when you go to a venue you've never been to before, there's a lot of communication that has to go into that, a lot of planning, what's allowed, can you tape down over here, can you not? So I love that.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you're planning your own wedding right now. How's wedding going?
Wedding planning is going good. I'm actually a little tiny bit tad grateful that I've had all this magical free time all of a sudden for no reason at all to do like wedding crafting because I am a DIY bride. So I'm doing a lot of my own stuff. It's going good. It's going good. It's trucking along.
It's okay to be excited about your wedding right now. PSA to all brides. It's okay to be excited about your wedding right now.
It's always okay to be excited about your wedding. Don't let anybody tell you different.
So obviously you've worked a bunch of weddings. So what, has any of the stuff you've worked on influenced you in your planning? Is there anything you've seen at weddings that you're like, I'm definitely implementing? How has being a DJ prepared you for planning your own wedding?
I definitely would say it does change the game for me. It makes me a lot more comfortable with the idea of essentially, putting together my own wedding, just because I have been exposed to it so much. And it does help to have a venue that's, again, really well put together, really like has all their ducks in a row. I'm a big planner in general, what both my fiance and I both are. So it does kind of help to have the different vendors involved that are really just on top of everything. So that helped us shop around for vendors and stuff. That definitely helped and aided in us planning. And I would say I have gotten a couple of cute ideas from some of my couples. I won't say them here because they don't know that I'm taking their ideas yet.
I'm sure they'd be honored.
Oh, they totally are, because I already told them that I was going to steal the ideas. So
good.
They were like, yeah, absolutely. So they know, but they just don't know. So like, I'm not going to like out them live. Come on. You guys will just have to wait. You will have to wait and see. We'll put it on Instagram.
I love it. So what are some special songs that you guys have already picked out?
Oh, we have a ton of things. I'm definitely walking down the aisle to You Are My Sunshine. It's a cover by Jasmine Thompson, and I absolutely adore the song. But that's kind of Will and I's like song. He proposed to me. He asked me to be his girlfriend way back in the day while that song was playing.
Aww.
So now I definitely have to play it walking down the aisle. We definitely have some Disney influences in there as well. So we do. We have most of our playlist figured out. I mean, that was kind of the first thing that we tackled. Now it's just battling the first dance and the last dance alone. We're kind of battling each other on it. But probably something from High School Musical.
Yes. I let Kristen pick my last dance alone because I couldn't decide. And I was like, I don't know, you pick.
Ooh, you brave.
It was amazing. She picked so good. It was the best. But yes, my vote is with High School Musical in case you wanted my opinion on what your last dance should be.
Well, it's two. There's two songs that we absolutely love. One of them is the Can I Have This Dance from High School Musical 3. And then the series, I think you kind of, we sing it. We sing it in the car all the time. So I was like, oh, we're going to have to like incorporate this somehow, but we haven't decided how yet. So.
Same. We did a rewatch and I was like, why wasn't our wedding High School Musical themed?
Why not? Why are you not dressed like Troy Bolton in the prom right now? Like,
Kristen said you should play that.
Absolutely.
And
okay, boss.
Said, OMG, her bridesmaids are walking down the aisle holding books. Yay. Which is true. She showed them earlier. They're gorgeous.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Katie. That's all the questions I have for you. If anybody else has some questions for Katie, definitely drop them in the comments. She will be around after I ask Savannah her questions. So she will be back to answer anything else you guys have for her. Thank you so much, Katie.
Thank you. See you guys in a bit.
All right, let's get Savannah in here. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
Good. Just surviving.
Are you ready for me to pick your brain?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. So what is your favorite part of the wedding day?
My favorite part is probably just curating like a special set for the couples. I get really inspired by like their must playlist. So when I see that, I want to go in. Like it makes me really excited. I try to play every single one of those songs, and like, I don't know, it just brings me joy especially when they like outline certain songs. I'm like, okay, I definitely have to play this then. And just to see their reactions and everything makes me really happy.
That is really special. I think you're one of the first DJs that has said that your favorite part is the pre-planning part.
Yeah.
Which is a really cool answer when you think about it, because you put a lot of time and thought into putting together the playlist for the couple. And the fact that that's your favorite part, I think that's very cool.
Exactly. I love putting things together and making sure it's perfect. And like when I'll listen to their songs, I'm like, oh, this is going to go really good with this one. And then I'll just make sure I do it like that wedding day.
That's awesome. What was the first CD you ever bought?
First CD I ever bought was a Monkey Business by Black Eyed Peas. And I feel like it's really led me to buy that. I feel like that's the perfect first album for me to buy. Like, don't think my jam. Like, it'll forever be my jam.
That is amazing. And like, was that like the first and last CD you ever bought? Do you still own CDs?
I don't know. I don't really own CDs anymore, but I have bought other ones like Timberland. I remember buying his CD because I was obsessed with The Way I Are, that song. And I definitely had some T Swift CDs in my days.
Yes. Same. Jen said OMG, BEP, yes. And then
like,
said, that's so Savannah.
I love that song. The best part about Universal is Rocket Roller Coaster, whatever it's called. They have Don't Funk With My Heart on there. So I'm just like warped into my old days whenever I go on that.
That is your go-to.
It is.
I love it. Okay, what is your favorite add-on that we offer?
I definitely love uplighting. I feel like uplighting can do a lot to a room, honestly. Like if you see a room without it and then boom, you put on those lights, it looks amazing and it really enhances it. It's very uplifting, I feel.
Yeah. And I think you're so right. You see the room without it and then you see it with it and people don't expect it. They're like, I don't know about that. And then when you see it side by side, it's like, I mean, literally it's like night and day.
Exactly. I'm like, no, trust me, like uplighting is great.
Kristen says, yes, Savannah, I agree. And I love that. One of my favorite things is pre-planning the day of the wedding. I get in the zone in the morning thinking of how I'm packing the dance floor that night.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I know this song is going to get people going, so I have to play it.
I love that. Let's see. What is my next question for you? Why did you want to become a DJ?
Well, music has always been my passion, and it's really crazy to say this, but seriously, like since I was little, maybe like 11 to like 13-ish, I was saying that I want to be a DJ when I grow up. And like, I would tell my parents this constantly and it just all the time. And it's like, when I get something in my head, I can't stop. Like, I just want to do it. I'm a very motivated person like that. So being a DJ in my mind, it just like couldn't stop.
It was a no-brainer.
I found our DJ Rocks and I was like, whoa, it's perfect for me, honestly.
Yeah. It was like a no-brainer for you. It was like done deal. You were like born to be a DJ.
Exactly. I'm like, wait. Stop. I can DJ and get like as a job, get paid for this and like have fun. Like it's crazy because like most jobs you're like there's some parts you don't really like about it, but it's like I love all of this. So it's perfect for me.
And even before you started with us, I mean, you're self-taught, right? Like you have your own equipment and you were just playing around like
yeah, I've been DJing for years. So it was awesome to see this opportunity. I was like, wait, I can do this outside of my bedroom.
That's amazing. I wish I could do what you guys do. I'm very tone deaf, but you all look very cool doing it.
Thank you.
Let's see. What is the most common do not play song that your couples give you?
So it's weird because you wouldn't think this as like a do not play because everyone loves this song, but Get Low by Lil Jon. Some people don't like it.
It's so specific. Yeah. I love when you get like those really specific ones.
Yeah, it's very strange because people love that song and like that's like a classic, but some people just don't like it. And I understand. I mean, like it's one that gets played a lot. So I could understand. Plus it's a little raunchy, not gonna lie. So
those overplayed ones, those ones are a little raunchy. Those are the do not play. Makes sense.
Exactly. But it's a very popular one, but it's also very popular for do not plays.
Yeah. I love this question for you. What do you like to do when you're not DJing?
So when I'm not DJing, I'm actually producing music. Everything is music to me. Like if I'm not doing music, I'm doing music.
She's not lying, guys. Like she's not saying that, like exaggerating. On the day of our photo shoot, Kristen had her mixer out and we're all like getting into hair and makeup and we're all like messing around. And I mean, I think we were there for like 8 hours getting in the hair and makeup and she did not leave the mixer. We were like, where's Savannah? And the jams were going all day long. We're like, she needs to get in her hair and makeup. And she's like, no, I'm good.
I can't stop. Like if I'm not thinking or doing music, I'm thinking or doing music in another way. But I love producing electronic music. I have my little setup, have this little keyboard that I do it on. It's really fun. It's really creative. It like gives me an outlet to do things, especially during this lockdown and everything. It's like very inspiring for me to just work on my music.
Oh, I love it. What are some of your favorite venues to work at?
Okay, so I love Bella Collina. That place in general is just absolutely beautiful. You don't even have to get to the venue yet. Just the drive in is absolutely beautiful. So I definitely love it there. It gives me like this like Italian or like Napa vineyard vibe. I love it. Other than that, I do love Country Club of Orlando. The ballroom there is absolutely amazing. It's beautiful, especially with like the uplighting and the gobos and everything. You can do so much with it. It's crazy. I love it there. And then probably another one is Lake Receptions. The view there is awesome. It's really nice.
That's awesome. You've been to a lot of places. Some of them I haven't even gotten to visit yet.
I've been everywhere. I love it though.
Kristen says she goes to sleep to an 8 count.
I do. I literally do. If I can't sleep at night, that's what's going through my head. Like one.
That's amazing. Okay, so you mentioned that you dabble in electronic music and you also DJ at clubs, you know, every once in a while. How do you take the atmosphere from the clubs? Do you incorporate that in your weddings? You know, what's your favorite type? Do you have a mix that works for both settings, or are they two totally different beasts?
So like going from club to like weddings or corporate events, it is actually very, very different. But like the one thing that I look for is just like crowd reactions. Like you can tell when people are having a great time just by the way they're dancing or by the way they're looking at you. So it's like I try to just feed off the crowd mostly for both things. I really do live for those like shock value moments, like when people are like, oh, and they just like didn't see that song coming. It's really fun. Like I love hinting songs. One of the songs that I really do love to hint when I'm like doing weddings or corporate events is by Beyonce. Her one song, I'm blanking right now. I can't think of it. Formation. That dun, 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 like everyone knows that. So like I love sneaking that in there into my songs that I'm going to play before it. And it's awesome. It's like people are starting to catch on and they hear Formation and they're like, what? I love it.
Oh my God. I love you guys. I love how much all of you love music. Can I just say that? I think that's the coolest thing.
It's so fun. It's honestly just, it's so fun. I just love seeing everyone's reactions. That's like what gives me the energy, you know, during like my nights. Like if I see them going hard, I'm just going to go just as hard. Like I'm having just as like a good time just as they are. I'm having a great time when I'm out there doing it.
That's amazing. That's awesome. If anybody else, that's all the questions I have for you. If anybody else has any other questions for Savannah or Katie, I'm going to pop Katie back in here. Hey, Katie, how you doing?
Hello. Missed you guys. Here I am.
Did you hear Savannah geeking out over music?
Yes, as always, to
Yeah,
be expected. I agree about Formation though, because if that winds up at my wedding, I'll be like, ooh.
Yes.
Katie's
That'll be my reaction. Oh, my do not playlist is longer than my playlist for my wedding. That's not even a joke. Like, it's long.
Let's see. Chanel wants to know, Savannah, who is your favorite music producer?
Don't get me started. Okay, so
let's get her started.
I'm very deep into electronic music, but like if anyone is in that realm, Bass Nectar. Like I love him. I feel like I would die for him. Just like anything he does literally blows my mind. It's actually crazy.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so much. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna give it another couple of seconds and see if anybody else has any questions for us. In the meantime, pop your questions in the comments. But in the meantime, you can stay connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Spotify, and Mixcloud. We've posted a few mixes recently. We're posting constantly on Pinterest and on Instagram, a bunch of resources available for you guys. And you can get connected with us, of course, on rdjrocks.com. Check out our photo booths on photoboothrocks.com. And I think that's all the goodies that I have for you guys. So thank you, Katie. Thank you, Savannah, for joining me. You guys were so much fun. You're making my Thursday nights like the brightest day of my week. So we have one more question. What is your biggest DJ pet peeve? Katie. Pet peeve?
I'm not a huge fan of people coming behind the DJ booth.
That's a good one.
Not a huge fan. Only because A, you could get hurt because there's wires everywhere. So it's a safety hazard. But also, you should be able to trust your DJ. You know what I mean? Like you should be able to trust your DJ and trust that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and kind of crowding the DJ is never the best rule of thumb. You can usually just motion over, or you can come in front of the DJ booth, and where we can see you. So that makes it a lot easier. I think that's like the only like big pet peeve that I have.
Kristen said, "OMG, Katie, same." That's a good one. People don't know. So now
people don't know. You got to educate, Yeah. So.
Savannah, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going to bounce right off of that because that's definitely has to be mine, is people coming behind, or just like, we accept requests, yes, but like sometimes the same people will come up multiple times asking for the same thing. And it's just like, I will get to it if I can. And I always tell them, like, our couples do have a must playlist. So like requests kind of go on the back burner unless it's like confirmed by like the bride, like you can play this. But usually I try to get all the couples must plays out before I do any requests, because it's like, it's their day. So I want to play everything that they specifically want to hear.
Yeah. And you never know, your couple might have an hour's worth of must plays.
They do.
You might be trying to
it does happen.
You might be trying to blow through those. And of course it's the couple's day, like you said. So, that's good to know, though, for guests, wedding guests and couples. That way they can plan and think of these things ahead of time. I love that. Okay, Kristen wants to know, what song, when you hear the first few beats, make you run to the dance floor if you are a guest at a wedding? I'll start with Savannah.
Ooh, okay. So I love like reggaeton, which is really weird, but like reggaeton really gets me going. So either it's going to be like Rompe by Daddy Yankee or Anaconda by Nicki Minaj. Game over. That sets me off.
You said that one to me before. You're always like Anaconda. That's, if you ever need to get Savannah on a dance floor, I feel really confident in Anaconda.
Anaconda. That's it. I know every
I
single word.
I love that.
Katie, what about you?
So basically, so the year that I turned 21, that was 2008. And in 2008, I went clubbing all the time, because that's like what you did when you were 21. And so I literally have a playlist of all of these jams from 2008 that I would like jam out to on the dance floor. And it's like 25 songs long, but any of those 25 songs, if it plays, I will be on the dance floor. And those 25 songs are definitely included in my wedding. So sorry, Will.
So specific. So in your online planning system, when it's like, what are your throwback jams? You're like strictly music from 2008.
2008. Lady Gaga. Listen, Lady Gaga. Like a G6.
Yeah.
Love it.
You're like, that's it. I'm on the dance floor.
That's it. Just dance. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. So fun. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Tonight was so fun. You guys can join us next week for another episode of Backstage Pass with our owner, Kristen, and DJ Sam. We'll be going live again next Thursday at 7:30. So be sure to tune in there. And like I said, stay connected with us. Thank you all so much, and have a good night.
Bye, guys.